So, it's the same old story again. My name, according to my birth certificate, is Brandon. Ever since I was 16 years old, somebody used the name April Williams, and they said that they was a 14-year-old girl. And I don't know how many people used the name April Williams. I have a marriage certificate, marriage license, and it has the name April Williams on there, but I don't really even know what happened. This video is for my wife, for my family, whatever it's called. I not even sure like what happened. Like, I'm not suicidal, but I've been abused the whole time. You know, before I met a person called April Williams, when I went to a house that they said April Williams was at, all of it, went to work at different jobs and stuff. All these years later, people tell me that, oh, they was having sex with her. The children not really your children. They really somebody else's children. I don't even know why people would tell me stuff like that. Somebody wanted me to hate my own wife and my own family, I was used as a puppet, I don't know why people would feel that way or do that kind of stuff, You know, if someone said that it was their wife or it was their children and stuff like that, I don't want to steal another person's wife or another person's children, It's just that simple. If I've already been molested, I guess I can't. I guess it's nothing I can really do about it. I guess it already happened. If people already used the name April Williams and did sex stuff to me, I guess it's what they did, I don't like it. It's wrong, but if they had children and they lied about where the children come from, I just really don't know why they would do any of this stuff. And people will understand it like, because I didn't do any of the kind of stuff, I'm not the kind of person that would do any of this stuff. I'm 38 years old today, It's crazy, So for my wife, if you out there, if you seen any of these videos, I've been telling people what somebody did to me. They used a name called April Williams and did a whole bunch of sick stuff with me, told me that they had children, It's kind of like that stuff like if a person said they was a hyena and it was a girl, or a person saying that they was a girl or something like that. I don't really understand it, You know. But me, myself, I did not want to be abused, those ways, They say a person tried to set me up, in a bad way. They say that a person wanted me to look like I deserved to be abused. So, they tried to set me up. They tried to trigger me to fight, different people. One time when I was in the hotel at 1044 Riverside Drive in Macon, Georgia, in room 221, a person that claimed to be a girl asked me to fight them on August 9th, 2015. They even used the Quran or Islam or the Bible or something about God and asked me to do this stuff or whatever. I don't know why. I just feel stupid, because I said I wanted a girlfriend. I said I wanted to get married and stuff, And for years and years and years, somebody had me, being a child activist in a courtroom fighting for her children verbally, you can't take her children, you can't lock her up. Those are her children. Sometime like, 2000, sometime in 2006, 2007 or something like that. It was somewhere during those years. Like, They was stealing my money because, I would go to jail and I would get back out and be like, hey, what happened to the money I had? Oh, somebody took it. Like, somebody who? I don't know. It was like all of that stuff was triggering. They wanted you to fight the girl. They was like, they wanted me to fight the girl or get mad or abuse. They wanted me to look stupid. They wanted me to look stupid. They wanted me to fight somebody over a social security check. $5, $6, $700, a very small amount of money. And then they was gonna laugh at me for being a fool. Well, I guess they could laugh at me. Look, I guess I'm the fool. I didn't fight anyone over a social security check. I didn't fight anyone over saying that they had sex with my wife or saying that the children was not my children or whatever. I don't really know what they do. But if you wanted to laugh, this is your time to laugh. I'm in a wheelchair. I was already abused when I was 5 years old and 12 years old. So when I went to middle school, then a guy beat me up and broke my arm and all that stuff. Ha ha ha. It's your chance to laugh, right? You beat up a guy that was already abused, that had scars on his back and stuff like that. For all the people that molested me and sexually abused me, this is your chance to laugh. You abused and molested somebody who had already been abused and molested. I was the youngest person in the house or whatever. Am I ugly enough for you? It's like, I'm not trying to be cute. I'm not trying to be like, if I'm ugly, I'm ugly, If you don't want me, you don't want me. If you're used to me, I guess you're used to me. If someone else had sex with somebody and the children were not my children and they used me as a babysitter or as this or that, yeah, it's heartbreaking. I'm not suicidal, you know. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to kill the children. I don't want to steal any of your wives. I don't want to steal any of your brothers or your sisters or any of that. You don't have to wear any of my t-shirts or any of my clothes or any of my labels. You know, someone says they're not my clothes and they're not my t-shirts and they're not my labels, and all of those ideas were someone else's ideas, and that they were thoughts and projections that other people put in my head, and I was used as a puppet. You know? So this what the voice told me. It's what it's crazy. So I came to Macon. Some of the people said, when you came to Macon, they wanted you to have sex with somebody. When they kept telling you to go to the strip club, they wanted you to have sex with somebody. When they was going over to the house, when they said a girl had sisters, they wanted you to have sex with them or try to have sex with them. They wanted to say that you was a child molester. They wanted to say that you molested a child. They wanted to say that you went out and had sex with somebody else and got another girl pregnant. They really wanted you to fight a girl or abuse a girl, so that they could say that you was abusive to females, but I never did, is what someone, explained to me. And since I'm 38 years old today, it's like someone said, enough is enough. I'm just not the abusive type. It was like somebody, had one of those tribal religions where a guy fights another guy and a girl claims that she's a queen, and whoever wins in battle, she's like her hero, and he takes her hand in marriage, and they wanted to build the kingdom and stuff like that. But not me. Not me. If I'm not feminine enough for you, then I'm not feminine enough for you. Then I don't want you. You don't want me. If I'm not masculine enough for you, then I'm not masculine enough for you. I don't want you. You don't want me. Those types of situations. This world is so crazy, man. It kind of make you want nothing at all. Don't want to make music. Don't want to make any beats. Don't want to be in any movies. Don't want to do any of this stuff. I'm not suicidal. I was reading about this religion. Some people said, what if those girls, used the image of April? What if they were what they call those temple priestesses and stuff like that? Like religious prostitutes or something like that. It was like, I never told anyone to be a religious prostitute or any kind of prostitute, any kind of temple priest. Any girl that was a prostitute or any of this stuff was doing this stuff before I even met them. It was my idea. It's crazy. Some of the girls I thought with my eyes that they look good. Some of the people I thought with my eyes that they look good. But something must be wrong with my eyes because, you know, they said I'm a black person, but then they say the color of my t-shirt is black or the color of my shirt is black. And I'm not the same color as my shirt unless something is wrong with my eyes. People have told me so much crazy stuff. It's just crazy, you know. So, you know, April 30th of 2004, I got a piece of paper. It was called marriage license, you know. Boy, boy, boy. I've been abused a lot since then, you know. They said, you know, way before then, you know, a family had a plan. It's crazy. They, you know, kicked me in the penis and when I went to Avenue E and, you know, they kept, you know, it's like basically they tried to get me to fight a girl so they could say it's my fault and I deserve to get beat up and I deserve, you know, like they was getting revenge or something like this. Like, what is it? But like, somebody was like, you can't get revenge for a fight that you started, you know. If this guy came to Avenue E and somebody stood in the front yard and kicked me in the penis and did a bunch of bad stuff to me because their family planned on making me look like the bad guy, there is no revenge to get. I never made a plan to make them look like the bad guy or any of this stuff. I still did not, you know. I'm not mad at them people. I don't want to kill anybody. You know, I never wanted to have sex with their wife or, you know, those people, you know, if they say that those girls were someone else's wife and they pretended to be my wife, they were wrong for doing this stuff to me. I never asked for someone else's wife to have sex with. None of those people ever told me that they was someone else's wife. People kept saying that they were April Williams and then they were married to me or whatever. It's just crazy, you know. But you know, some people would be like, where are they now? I don't know. You know. So it's like the mental abuse, you know, stuff like that. It's like, it's crazy, you know. It's very crazy, you know. But you know, whether they say it's their mom or their dad or their brother or their uncle or their baby mom or their baby dad, I don't want to steal your wife from you. I don't want to steal your children, you know, your minor children from you, you know. People say they have underage children or minors, you know. You know, they say when a person 18, they can go where they want to go and do what they want to do, you know. Same way when a person 21, they can go where they want to go and do what they want to do. Because, you know, some places say you have to be 18. Some places say you have to be 21. So, you know, it's different. But, you know, I'm not trying to make anyone be here with me. I'm not trying to force anyone to do anything, you know. And, you know, since I'm one of the people that believe being pregnant is being with child and being pregnant, getting pregnant is making a soul, you know, abortion is not an issue, you know. If you didn't want to have a baby, then don't get pregnant in the first place. Who in the hell decided that you had to get pregnant? You know, not me. Whose idea was it that you or anybody had to get pregnant? Not me, you know. It's crazy, you know. So I don't know, you know. How many April Williams was it? How many people used the name April Williams? It's just crazy, you know. Sexually abused, mentally abused. Some of the people say every time that I got locked up, you know, was because somebody wanted to have sex with the girl named April Williams and they was just trying to get me out the way so that they can have sex with her. Did they have sex with her? I don't know. Is they having sex with her right now? I don't know. It's her body and it's her choice, you know. If she don't want me, if she don't like me, it's her body and it's her choice. I'm not mad, you know. Do I feel used? Do I feel abused? Yes. A person said you had 3 children. None of that was my plan. Somebody listened to what somebody else told them to do. You know, a person that was not God, you know, stuff like that. I believe in God, you know. So, you know, people that have told me voices and energy, spirits, whatever you say it is, you know, I don't know. I can't really describe it. You know, I'm not really sure, you know. Kind of stupid. You see all the scars and bumps and stuff on my head or whatever. I've been beat up a lot, you know. I just think it's wrong, like, if people triggered me and tried to start a fight, whether it was with a guy or whether it was with a girl, just so that they can say they was getting revenge and he deserved it to be beat up and stuff like that. People told me that if somebody planned something in advance a long time ago because their family didn't like this family and this family didn't like that family, and just because of a name on a birth certificate that I had, they said he's part of a family, and they had set me up way before I even know what was going on, that it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Did I do stuff that was wrong? Yes. I'm pretty sure I did do something that was wrong.